Yep, perked up and ready.
Cute
Hey
guys,
guys,
Hon is now my
so
lover. Thank God my
we're
favorite Minecraft
ready
streamer
to
has
be a proper
returned.
Twitch streamer now. So excited to be here.
Whoo, mama, yep, the president has become Joe Biden. Congrats, my boy Biden. I hope you help us in our country because we really freaking need it. Okay, so basically what I want to talk in this video, based on the title, as you saw yourself, is about the things that the internet has done to the youth and, YouTube, streaming services, what they've done generally, from my perspective at least, as a youth, what I think has been the big bads and the nice goods. For one, at least, I think it's really nice that people have been able to share their hobbies.
I want to die.
To share their passions with people. And to just generally, gain an audience that generally likes them. But the thing is that is overshadowed by the huge amount of bad things the internet has brought to people. And streaming services, stuff like that. For example, on streaming services, when it comes to, female streamers, for example. The bad thing is that these days I've seen that the Twitch, for example, is extremely biased towards certain female streamers. That's because for example, some of them might actually be dating those female streamers, and they get certain privileges which they shouldn't really get. Not to mention that unfortunately many of them have been known to just show off their body, show off certain parts of their body, because that attracts dudes. It attracts messed up degenerates who actually think they have a chance with these women when they don't realize that the whole point is to attract them, so they waste money. And it just really sucks how it's become this sort of continuous algorithm of bringing in people, sucking them in, getting their money, and then it just continues, and more people just join, and they become more degenerate, and they forget that outside of the internet there's an actual world, which I really don't like. Because remember, this is coming from a guy who used to stay home 24/7 and just never want to get out. I really didn't enjoy the actual world until I forced myself to get out, which is something a lot of people I think should do. I think a lot of people, these days at least, have succumbed to the feeling that, oh, I am what I am, I can't change. Which is, personally, I think the most idiotic thing I've ever heard. You can change yourself if you really want to, because if you force yourself, if you force your brain to do things that you want to do because you know they will benefit you, then your brain will slowly start to actually realize that these things are actually good for you. For example, a lot of people think, oh, getting a girlfriend is so hard, man. Dude, I've seen people who are genuine drug addicts, who are actual criminals, get girlfriends. It's not the matter of fact, for example, what type of person you are, because you will always find somebody who will be similar to your aspect. And so in this era of self-deprecation, which is not really even humorous, but rather an actual time of people just continuously beating themselves down. Oh, I can't do this, oh, I can't do that, depression this, depression that. And listen, I'm not making fun of depression or people who are depressed. I'm rather making fun of people who choose to have these type of lives where they're just sad. When they have so many ways to fix themselves, so many ways to better themselves, but rather they choose not to because they use depression as an excuse. And listen, it's not like I haven't been there, believe me. I've also been at times where I've had no energy, no motivation to do nothing, but I still did it. And the more I did it, the more I gained that motivation, the more I got out of that feeling of nothingness, because I gave myself purpose. Why wait for your purpose to come to you when you can give yourself purpose? People always like the feeling of something coming to them very quickly. Why aren't you giving yourself that? Why not give yourself an instant purpose? Say, I'm gonna do this. If not that, do another thing. When you finish that thing, choose another thing. We have so many choices in the spectrum of life that we never make. And then we blame others, we blame ourselves, and we lower ourselves. We put ourselves down and down and down to the point where by the time we actually realize our mistakes, we're 6 feet down. And we can't really do anything about it. So please, people on the internet, remember, life isn't all in the internet. Even though we can't see you in the digital world, it's not a world you should be living in. And the actual world is the one when you move away from the screen, you look forwards and you see the sun, you see the people walking around doing their jobs. That's the part of the world you should be in, not a fake one. So please just realize that Pokimane groomed me when I was 5 years old. I am a bit of a clickbaity bastard who wants to get into the algorithm. And thank you for 24 subscribers.
So
excited